WWE has been called out yet again for their big Jey Uso mistake. In this video, I'm going to tell you exactly what is going on and why it's such a big deal, because I've been tired about it, and you have as well. And Jey Uso's father just went on an absolute rampage on his podcast, and we're going to talk about it because Jey Uso, he's a guy that the fans love. He is their number one merch seller. He gets one of the biggest reactions out of anyone, yet WWE can't figure out what to do with him because Rikishi, WWE Hall of Famer, also the Usos' father and Solo Sikoa's father, he continues to be vocal about how WWE is booking his son, Jey Uso. The former WWE star has called out for the fans to rally behind Jey Uso to get him a title shot, whether that be the Intercontinental or the World title. Now, Rikishi, he previously said that it struck a nerve for him that Jey Uso didn't win Money in the Bank and questioned why WWE would book Jey Uso in a romance storyline with Rhea Ripley. Now, on his Off the Top podcast, Rikishi, he talked about how he thinks his son deserves more, and he talked about how the fact that he does not think it's a situation in which he's being favoritism just because it's his son. He speaks on his podcast to give wrestlers advice as to what they should and should not do in the pro wrestling industry. And this is what he had to say. He said that he thinks that WWE should give his son a shot because he shows up and he works hard. He also pointed out to his strong merchandise sales and crowd reactions as evidence as to why Jey should be given a shot. Y'all ready for some quotes? Because I got them lined up. Let's go. He said this: once the Money in the Bank thing didn't go through, I thought, let's see what they do now. Maybe they give him a shot. Maybe they set him up for, I don't know, the Intercontinental belt. I think he deserves a shot at the World Championship. I'm at a point where I want to call my son, go ahead and take a break. Obviously, the writers don't know where to put you, or they can write something that's right for the character Jey Uso, the Yeet Man. I mentioned this, definitely. WWE is making money off of the Yeet Man. The Yeet Man is making money off of himself. The only difference is the Yeet Man is working for his money. You see it every week. There is new merchandise of the Yeet coming out. The Yeet Man is doing personal appearances. I mean, it's not because he has to. It's because of the demand of the fans. Of all the characters they pick the Yeet Man. So what I'm saying is, make no mistake about it, I'm not in favoritism of my son. I'm speaking about what is happening because this could be any other wrestler. What is the case? Why aren't you lighting this kid up and just letting him do his thing? I appreciate everybody. Let's hope WWE gets it together and does the right thing. He then threw out the possibility of Jey Uso leaving WWE for AEW to get into the spot that he thinks his son should be in. He noted that his son is not trained to wrestle in terms of quitting. He's obviously trained to wrestle, but he's not trained to quit. He puts up with pain and suffering, and he puts on a smiling face for his family whenever he gets home. He continues, this kid is so good. WWE ain't the only spot. He could probably go to AEW if he wants to write his own ticket. Maybe more than what WWE is making on him. Hopefully they turn around and do the right thing by the Yeet Man. Now, he later added that he thought Jey might want to take a break if WWE can't figure out where he should be and question why they even had him on the show with his current booking. Now, on this week's episode of Monday Night Raw, depending on when you listen to it, Jey Uso is part of the Intercontinental title #1 Contenders tournament. Obviously, Braun Breaker holds that crown after beating Sami Zayn for the IC title at SummerSlam. And then they did a 2 out of 3 falls match recently on Monday Night Raw. Look, I've been very vocal about what WWE has done with Jey Uso. I think the fact that the way that they've booked him has been just insane. Let's go about this. Okay, so you did the Jimmy Uso match at WrestleMania. I get that. That's been a long time coming. That was a dream match for many fans. Unfortunately, though, whenever you do brother versus brother, they usually suck. And that's what happened. The match sucked. It got cut on time. Jey Uso and Jimmy have said that match sucks. Okay, no big deal. Fast forward, Backlash, he challenges Damian Priest for the World Heavyweight title. Okay, you need a notable guy for Damian Priest to beat in his first title defense. You want to put him against Jey Uso. Fine, great. Damian Priest is a heel champion at the time with Judgment Day, a group that has been running Monday Night Raw for quite some time. No big deal. Have Jey Uso get screwed over. That way you protect him, but he's in a prominent spot. What do? They don't do that. Instead, they do this weird tweener thing where Damian Priest is like turning into a babyface and they're continuing the slow but surely split of the Judgment Day. And so you have Judgment Day cost Jey Uso the match with a little bit of outside interference, but then Damian Priest pins him clean. 1, 2, 3. After the match, Judgment Day goes to beat down Jey, but Damian Priest stopped them. So you had an obvious out of, okay, you have Judgment Day screw over Jey. Damian doesn't realize it until after the match, right? Say they pop up from ringside and Damian's like, wait a minute, why are you two here, right? That way you protect Jey Uso, yet you continue the storyline. They didn't do that. Then you put him and you consistently have him lose to Gunther, whether it be for the IC title earlier this year or that's case in point. You have him put over Gunther in the King of the Ring tournament. Now, I understand that Gunther needed to win that tournament to go on to win the World Heavyweight title. I get it, but did you need him to beat Jey Uso? No, you did not. You wanted to put Jey Uso in the tournament, have him get screwed over, and have him enter into another program. You didn't do that. Fast forward, case in example. You book him in Money in the Bank. What happens? Money in the Bank, he doesn't win. Why? Because you want to put Drew McIntyre in the match, and you want to have Drew McIntyre go over. Why do you want to have Drew McIntyre go over? Well, it's because you want him to win Money in the Bank so he can cash in and get screwed over for the third time by CM Punk to set up their feud or match, because their feud had already been existing because CM Punk had already screwed over Drew McIntyre 2 previous times. In fact, you could have done 2 things and you could have knocked out 2 things with 1 stone, right? That famous saying, where you could have had CM Punk screw over Drew McIntyre in the Money in the Bank ladder match, yet have Jey Uso win said ladder match, and he has Money in the Bank, and he's walking around with it, and he's a threat, and he got a huge win. Just like LA Knight in the past, and just like countless others. If you book stars in big moments, especially as baby faces, if you book them in big matches against big opponents with big stakes, yet they come up short every freaking time, the fans are going to start to notice that. Fans are going to start getting frustrated with that. Fans are going to start pushing back. Okay? That is the reality. If you consistently tell them Jey Uso is cool, yet you don't back up the booking, that is going to be a problem. Jey Uso needs wins. He needs a lot of wins, and he needs it fast. And I understand he's probably going to go in the Bloodline storyline. But in the meantime, can we get them behind Jey Uso and put him in big spots? That's all I'm asking. That's all I'm asking. Let me know what you think. Hit that like button, subscribe button. I've really enjoyed this video. I hope you did too. I'm out of here, y'all. Take care.